This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. This is what God meant. This is my perfect moment with you. Wish I could freeze this space and time, the way that I feel for you inside. This is my moment. This is my perfect moment with you. Tell me you love me.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Candid Moment with me, your girl, Fortunate Esther Abiola. It's Wednesday, the 15th of October, 2025. It's a beautiful day. Sun came out a while ago in Scotland after all the cloudy days, but guess what? We're smiling. It's been a long day for me. I'm coming from a training and then running here and trying to make sure I meet the time. I am glad to be here. Very happy to be here. We're still celebrating Black History Month, and I have some guests lined up to join me this afternoon. Before they start to join me, my first guest at 4 o'clock is running a little bit behind, so we're just going to play music and talk about what Black History Month means to you and to me. We're going to talk about that before my guests come online. Today, I have four beautiful ladies, the women of substance, who are going to be sharing about their life journey, their experiences, and everything that makes them a woman of Scotland a woman of substance here in Scotland, I should say. It's such a pleasure having these wonderful ladies come online with me today. I am looking forward to asking them questions that matters to my heart, and questions that I believe will be useful to those who want to benefit from the vast wisdom, the bucket of wisdom that they have been storing. They have a big basket of wisdom. Is it about artificial intelligence, holistic summit, about women facing trauma and how best to stand, about helping your child who has a special need to fight and be an advocate for them? Say cybersecurity, did you say? Yes, I've got them. They're going to be telling you all about that. Just wait. It's going to be an afternoon of fun, music. But in the meantime, I've got for you Twale by Flo Rocca. Let's go.
Spread my wings. Does anybody want to give God some praise? My Father who art in heaven, I have come to give you praise. I've come to give you does anybody in the house want to give God praise? Let me give you praise. Let me see you put your praise on. Oh, yeah. Even if I had a million tongues, there will never ever be enough to give you all the worship. And you are the Lord, that is your name, that is why we come to give you all the praise.
God, I have come to give you toile, to give you worship. What have you come to give God today? I know I'm giving him gratitude for everything he's done for me. I am grateful for this month of October, for all the wonders that he has been doing. I'm privileged to say God has been good to me. It's a great privilege to say that. I know this season of life, sometimes it feels as if, okay, what's going on? What's happening around me? But you know what? No matter what, I know God's been good to me. So here we are, another Wednesday afternoon, just to be candid about life. What is it that I have learned in the last 1 week? One thing I've learned in the last 1 week that has really amazed me, and I'm sharing with you before my guests come on, is the fact that I don't need to be afraid of my own future. Why have I been afraid of the things that God has lined up for me in my tomorrow? Do you know what? Doubt. The things that have made me to doubt myself, the things that have made me to think, oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can handle that. Those are the things that have made me be afraid of the future God has for me. But going forward, I learned a lot in the last 1 week. I've attended trainings and seminars and stuff. And in that time, one thing I have learned from many people speaking about themselves is that our future is secured as long as we trust ourselves enough to know that we cannot control tomorrow. Many of us want to be in charge of what tomorrow holds. We want to be able to say, okay, this is the plan I have. I know we were told to write a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 15-year plan, 20-year plan. But those things, they actually cage us. Do you know what? They trap you in a place where even if you want to try something new, you go back to think it's not going to fit into my 5-year plan. Do you know it could be that one next step you want to take could be the one that will actually take you beyond that which you have set into your 5-year plan. I learned that the easy way. And that's why I'm going to play this song for you. I love it. I don't know why. It seems to have, it seems to be something that is standing by me. It's called Stand By You. Every time I listen to that song, I just get this calmness, that I'm grateful for all the people that have stood by me, the people that have held my hands, the people that have, been the one holding my back, and the people that have been, like making me like a puppet and pulling my head up each time I want to do this. I am grateful for each and every one of you. So this song is dedicated to everyone that has stood by me on the journey. Today, I'm grateful. You know what? I was telling Eloho the other day, I said, would you believe it? Just like that, I've spent 8 months doing this show, 8 solid months from the 12th of February. It doesn't feel like 8 months, but it's time that have moved like that, just like that. I didn't plan it. In January, I knew I had an ambition that one day I'll be on the radio. That's why I'm saying to you, one of the things I learned in the last 1 week is not just to say I'm going to write a rigid plan, but to let myself know that my plan is flexible to change as long as it lines up with those things that I truly want to do with myself. I should love myself enough to let life be good. So I'm playing Stand By You just now before my guests come on. It's Spyro Stone, Stand By You.
You dey cover me when I weak. You dey ginger me. I know today bother when you dey by me. Why me? Love is all I see. Spider, as you dey for me, I go dey for you. All frustrate. This friendship not correct, oh. It better when we dey cooperate. Me to my tomato, attaché to my tomato. If you win, then I dey win, oh. And if I win, then I win, oh. I don't wanna waste no time. Tell you that I love you, cause you always on my mind. And you know I got you too. I don't wanna waste no time. Tell you that I love you, and you know I got you. Yes, you know I got you. As you there for me, I go there for you. Holiday for me, now holiday for you. Say you dey pray for me, cause I dey pray for you. Every day we dey together, I go stand by you. Yeah. Every day we dey together, I go stand by you. Yeah. Every day we dey together, I go stand by you. I no fit to concentrate, oh. If you not there, I dey frustrate. This friendship not correct, oh. It better when we dey cooperate. Me to my tomato, attaché to my tomato. If you win, then I dey win, oh. And if I win, then I win, oh. I don't wanna waste no time. Tell you that I love you, cause you always on my mind. And you know I got you too. I don't wanna waste no time. Tell you that I love you, and you know I got you. Yes, you know I got you. As you there for me, I go there for you. Holiday for me, now holiday for you. Say you dey pray for me, cause I dey pray for you. Every day we dey together, I go stand by you. Yeah. Every day we dey together, I go stand by you. You dey cover me. When I read, you dey ginger me. I know today, but when you dey by me. Every day we dey together, I stand by you.
All right. Everybody, welcome back to the show. My guest is here with us. She is happy to be here. So, hello, sis. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I am indeed happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey, somebody guess who my guest is. Everybody that can guess who my guest is, I'll be grateful. Can you guess who the guest is? She's been on the show before. Her name is... Nobody's guessing. Her name is Timi Adegua. And she is my one and only Black and Scott Ijebu Scott in Scotland. My Ijebu Scott, good afternoon, sis. So I will try again.
Hey.
See, I try again. No, I tried again. I tried the
You did well.
Well, Ijebu Scott in Scotland, it's Black History Month. This time around, it is your turn to answer questions that will help everyone who is listening this afternoon. It's been a pleasure knowing this wonderful woman. It's over 2 decades now that I've known her. Oh my God, time they pass so, and I'm only 27. How did that happen?
Can you imagine? Can you just imagine?
Being 27, and I've known her for over 2 decades. I was a young child when I met her, you know. This is Timi Adegunwa. She represents Black and Scott. I told you, my show, this October Black History Month, we are focusing on female founders, female entrepreneurs, trailblazing women, and women who are making changes to communities where they are living. She is my Aberdonian sister. Guess what? Now Aberdeen she day. She's my Aberdonian. Abi is Aberdonian now. I get it. They're Aberdonian. We are West Lothians. West Lothians, and she's Aberdonian. My Aberdonian sister is here to answer some questions. Please help me to tell people all about yourself. Just describe yourself to those who are listening to you for the first time.
Oh, thank you. Once again, I want to say thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure knowing you the past 20 odd years. It's amazing to know Elohor, to have some live, to see how you have developed and grown over the years. I am particularly proud that when this conversation to have this first radio run by a Black woman in Scotland came out, I told her if she doesn't do it, I'm never going to forgive her. And here we are, and I'm so proud to know you guys. Even not just growing, but the women on the board are also growing, and skills are being developed, and voices are being heard. So thank you and well done for doing that. My name is Timi Adegunwa, and like you know, everyone calls me the Jabu Scott. I am proud. I'm very proud, Jabu, at that. To say I'm not only Black, I'm African, I'm Nigerian, I'm all the way Jabu, full-blooded. And when I look back to where my journey started, and as far back as I can remember, it's going to be from my grandmother's resilience. That woman pushed us through my mom to say, this is who you are, your identity, and you should, be proud of who you are. And I'm standing here and I'm sitting here to say, that is who I am, regardless of anything else around me. I am first and foremost a woman, a Black African woman from Nigeria. And through resilience, and you know a little bit of my story, I have built a few initiatives, including Black and Scott and Black Tech Scotland. And what we do, besides, empowering them, is to show forth Black excellence in the very way we can. And we can do this by providing training, support, and empowerment, and then connections to opportunities. So that's me. My day job, I'm a cybersecurity risk manager. I love to look at challenges from different angles and see how I can support the organization that I work for or I work with. So that's me. I'm a mother of one, married, and I'm the mother of one, Madam President.
Yes. Oh, Madam President. Well done. The woman who is always doing her best to encourage others in order to get onto the tech ladder. She's doing a very good job here in Scotland, encouraging Black women, Black men, children, young and old. Just show an interest in tech, in cybersecurity or in any kind of tech. She's there to support you. That one I can guarantee you. Now, to your question, you are quite aware I have a lot of questions for you this afternoon. But I'm not going to bombard you with too many of them. I'm just going to be very, very selective this afternoon. Why did you choose cybersecurity? That is something a lot of people don't understand. Cybersecurity is something that so I need you to help me to explain it to people in lay terms. Why did you choose cybersecurity, and what is cybersecurity?
Okay, so to your very first question, why did I choose cybersecurity? I did not choose cybersecurity. Cybersecurity chose me.
Nice.
I was working in one of the finance industries in Edinburgh on a project, and my program manager walked up to me and said, there is a piece of work that I need you to work on because nobody else wants to touch it. And I'm like, excuse me, why me then? He said, because I trust you. And to me, I felt at that time I'm being picked on. But again, I looked at myself and said, it could have been any other person being given this opportunity. So let me see how it goes. And I grabbed that opportunity, and here we are today. For me, cybersecurity isn't just about, keeping you secure and keeping you aware of the risk that you could be facing in the cyber world, which has to do with, the risk of using digital technology. I would just say that there are so many things out there now, especially with the introduction of artificial intelligence, that people have to be aware of, number one, and number two, be empowered to take control of their person or their business, of their data, because their data is gold.
Yeah.
And the little I can tell people about keeping safe, I do in my own way, in my home, in my community, at work, because sometimes it's hard to teach these things without experience. But experience are all over the place now. I can practically pick up a video and recreate you, my sister, and then pretend that I am you. And I can make that information go viral. My role is to ensure that you not only know how to identify such risk, you are able to assess the risk and then find ways to mitigate those risks. So that's my core role. And I am very, very determined to see how I can bring others on board for them to not only understand this the space in cybersecurity, but for them also to access opportunities in that area. So that's what I can say. Cybersecurity chose me. I didn't choose it.
She said cybersecurity chose her. She didn't choose cybersecurity. And you can hear, she was telling you just how simple it is these days, to just take my head like this. They'll put it on another person's body and they will post it and make a video and say it is me. It's so easy these days. But if you don't look very well, you will believe everything you see. The number of AI misinformation, oh my God, you're just going to be thinking, why is this going on? But she's one of those people who are working behind the scene to try to limit all this nonsense from happening. I'm grateful for you. I thank you for being our genius. Keep doing what you do. Some of us wouldn't even try to join you. We just come to you and say, teach us, help me to teach my AI to understand Yoruba alphabet. That's where I am right now. The AI cannot understand Yoruba alphabet. ABDAA, we are looking for who's going to beat that. We are training it. Thank you. I saw your post that you are training it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. My next question. You're a woman who believes in culture, tradition, and you celebrate your Ijebu heritage. You do, with class and dignity. Full-blooded Ijebu, Timi Adegunwa. How do you balance tech and culture? How do you balance it? They don't look alike. So tell me, how do you make it to work?
Okay. So in a couple of days, I think I'll be speaking on that topic also at a seminar that is being hosted. And it is amazing that people might just think they are different, but there are two sides of the coin. The more I delve into heritage, the more I delve into the things that are around our culture, the more I find out that they are not separate worlds, Inside in the issue of tech now, you and I are able to have this conversation on air because technology is, facilitating that.
Yeah.
I use that same method to preserve, promote, and project culture because that's the only way we can preserve and sell it to the generation that is coming.
Yes.
Whether I'm building platforms in cybersecurity or running programs that could help people become, the best of themselves in the digital world, for me, it is a culture in itself. You can balance this by saying, I want to know what exactly is the art of making our favorite eba or
Yes.
What's the art behind that? You need to get your water boiling. If it doesn't boil to that particular temperature, and if you put your gari in it, it's not going to be done. That's tech.
Yeah.
That's science. You need to understand at what point that water is hot enough for you to pour in and stir your gari. And apologies to the people that are not Africans or Nigeria. but Nigerians. But for you to understand how it works, it must have been tested and trusted over the years by our ancestors
Yes.
to know that if the water isn't boiling to that point, stirring in Gary will just only give you a cashew or what they call it, and it's not ever. You understand? That is tech. Tech, you need to understand the fundamentals. If you understand the fundamentals, if I say 1 plus 1 is 2, then you know that anything in that comes in terms of addition can only make an increment, not a reduce, not a reduction. Once you understand the fundamentals, you can build on it. It's like building a foundation, laying your foundation, building the bricks, putting the roof, and then dividing the rooms. It's just the way it is in tech.
Yes.
It's the same thing in culture. If I don't understand where I am from, I cannot understand the language, the culture in terms of food, drinks, clothing, drinks. I need to understand all that as a foundation. Based on that foundation, I can then build on it. There is a sad part of it now because we live far away from where we were conceived and born. And so we are losing quite some things in terms of culture. But that is why I love AI. That is where I love tech because I can bring back my grandmother to talk to me
Indeed.
using AI.
Yes.
Because I have her photos, because I can recreate the way she sounds, and I can put her on video and say to my child or my great grandchild that comes in the future and say, that was your great great grandmother. So that's where I balance it. I'm using tech to preserve and promote our culture. I hope that helps.
Wow. She just answered my next question. Would you believe that? My next question was, how would you explain tech to someone who is not technical? But you just did a very simple one.
I just did.
See, she just answered that question for me. You can imagine she used Gary making Eba. And, the way I see it, when I look at some of there is one that actually caught my attention. That one was the one they did for, what is his name? Wakanda Forever, the actor. And when I saw it, it felt so emotional, seeing him from child grow and then onto his death. You're thinking, oh, wow, how? So it's possible for you to regenerate from the picture of your grandmother, create a new moving image. And that's why technology keeps, amazing me. For me, technology just amazes me. Technology makes me to wonder, what else is going to happen? So next question for you. How do you make sure that women are more involved in this world of tech and it's no longer just a male-dominated world? Tell us your own personal experience. How many female and how many black women are in your office, in your workplace?
Okay, so in my office, in my workplace, ever since I've moved to Scotland, I've always been me. I've always been, to me, the only person that is of my color, that is from my background. And what I try to do at work is to infuse that energy at work, to say, I'm not only bold, I'm also contributive, I'm also making sure my voice is being heard. And when people are coming up with assumptions about the Nigerian prince, I speak up. I say, actually, no, not everybody is like that. So that way I'm leaving a good impression. I am putting in my best at work. I'm letting them know that if you bring somebody else like me, we are going to be working likewise to contribute to the bottom line of the organization. So for me, first thing first is to be a good ambassador of my people wherever I go, wherever I work. And in my own way, I will introduce opportunities that are fine to people in my community and say, this is what is out there, even if it is not in my office or in my team or in my business, in my organization, this is an opportunity for you to get in. On the back of that, I will then look for mentors at Black and Scott or Black Tech Scotland and say, and say, this particular woman needs to get into this role. Can you mentor her? Can you mentor, and see what her skills, what her strengths are, what her weaknesses are, and how we can make it work for her. Now, beyond that, for every project we deliver at Black and Scott, I make sure that we are throwing the opportunity out for people to come and, develop their skills, maybe in project management, in tech, in event management, and make sure that people are involved, especially women, because that's the way we can mentor, we can open up opportunities and give them the confidence that they need. Because what I always say to people, especially women from Africa, we are resilient. Almost everyone that have left Africa to the UK is a project manager, but we don't know because we assumed because we have not worked in that capacity and we haven't been paid officially at the workplace as a project manager that we are not. You are planning your day from the moment you woke up, what you are going to do in the morning, the school runs you are going to do, how you're going to pick your daughter up, how do you have the car or are you taking the bus? Do you have enough money to transport you for that school run? If you don't, do you have enough money to actually go and do some shopping at the end of that day? At the end of that day, you check how much you have spent and has it covered the things you want to do? Then you report to yourself and say, oh, I've completed that one. That's the role of a project manager.
Yes.
That's the role of a project manager. And sometimes you need to tell our people in the language they understand for them to be confident to say, actually, if I put that one in the context of really delivering a project at work, I am a project manager.
Yeah.
For me, that's the only way I can encourage other women to be the best of who they are. Telling them the things they need to know, because I have been through some things in terms of experience. I have lived experience to let them know they can be better and they can be the best of who they have been made to be.
Thank you. Every woman is a project manager. Yes, you are. Every woman truly is a project manager. You are keeping timeline. You are looking for the milestones. You know the milestones you are watching, the birthday, the anniversaries, the events, the school things that you have to attend. Reasoning along with you for a long time, I always say to myself that if I use Microsoft Project to even plan how we are raising children, maybe we should develop it as a manual to sell. Because if you can get yourself into the place of recognizing that every professional skill that is available, project managing, is something that most women do every day. She gave an example. How you're going to get your children to school, how much it's going to cost, how much money you spend, the petrol, the mileage, anything. You're keeping tracks, you're recording it, the risk, how you're managing the risk with the health of your children, which one came home, what is the boil at the back of their head, what is this one, you're recording things, you're doing so much. Timi Adegunwa, my Ijebu Scott, how can I thank you? I know you had a very late, you joined me a little bit later than we planned, but you still made it. Thank you. I'll ask you the questions that are very important to me, but there is one more question that I want you to answer for me. When will we have, you see, I was impressed. I sent you something today. The Yoruba lane in Australia. Nothing paying me. All the way in Australia, the Yoruba voice became one and they gave them a whole lane. They call it Yoruba lane. When are we going to have Yoruba lane in Scotland? How can we work hard? How do we do it? All the Yorubas, not Ijebus, not Ijesha, not Ife, not Oyo, just Yoruba. What can we do to bring all the Yorubas together as a cultural celebration of our heritage with one voice?
That's the job you and I need to do. That's the job you and I need to do.
Okay, we're going to, if you want me to go, we will do this because we have to have one voice. It's about time. All the Yorubas, we need to have one voice and start doing stuff. So she said that's the job she wants me to do with her. I'm coming, I will join you. I'm happy to join. You see, I'm looking to the left. It's my TikTok comments that I'm looking at. I'm so happy this afternoon because I know that one day in this Scotland we're going to have Yoruba Festival and I look forward to it. We're looking at our our heritage in such a very glamorous ways these days. If you go on TikTok, you will see how everyone is happy to wear ashoke, to tie gele, and they just want to do their wedding the traditional way. It's nice that this generation of children are embracing our culture, and I want us to continue to boost them, to encourage them to carry on. So for my Ijebu Scott, I want to say thank you very, very much for joining me again today. Before you go, I've got something for you, and I hope you will like it. It's especially for my Ijebu Scott. Jesse King is singing Ijebu.
Telling me by the way, èmi ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀, ayé wo la ò jẹ́ rí. Tell them, let them know say wọ́n lè bá. Then they see us as they emulate, then one begin they imitate. Maybe someday they go graduate. Many people no know how far baba as e dey go. Owó lọmọ gbàgbé òṣì, Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀, Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀, kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o, wọ́n jẹ lọ. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o, àwọn alábòsí o, wọ́n jẹ gbà. Àríyá rẹpẹtẹ. Ìjẹ̀bú jó dáadáa. Ìjẹ̀bú jayọba. We done the ball with the represent. Olówó lọmọ ṣe yóò. Ìjẹ̀bú lọmọ kò sóṣì. Ayé wo la ò jẹ́ rí. Tell them, let them know say wọ́n lè bá. Ìjẹ̀bú Àwùjalẹ̀. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Kéré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Come on! Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Egbe. Ó pọ̀. Come on! Mo fọ́ kó yínú. Egbe. Ó pọ̀. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Ṣé o ń gbọ́ àwọn dà? See them. Kékeré Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn tó mọ̀ wá o. Àgbà Ìjẹ̀bú o. Àwọn alábòsí o. Come on, make some noise. Ìjẹ̀bú ọmọ alárẹ̀. Come on. Yeah.
That was for my Ijebu Scott. My Timi Adegunwa, the one that is the voice and the powerhouse that is Black and Scott. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Ijebu Omalare, I salute. They say kwani kekere Ijebu owo, agba Ijebu owo. So Ijebu Scott, send money my way o. Because owo yen gangan ni o, send that owo this way. All the Ijebus, oh yeah, the kekere Ijebu and agba Ijebu, send the Ijebu money this way. I need your money. Na Ijebu money I want now. Oh, Baba Ijebu. Anyway, it's good to be back. Good afternoon to everyone who is just joining us. This is CanDid Moments with Fortunate on at Song Live Radio, your voice of inspiration. It's been a good couple of weeks we've been celebrating Black History Month, and for me, I'm looking at female founders, female entrepreneurs, female advocates, female trailblazers. My next guest is coming on very shortly. She's one of the female founders out of Glasgow. Today is all about all the women who are of substance, powerful women who are changing the landscape just to make sure another woman doesn't have to suffer. Before then, I'm inviting Kiss Daniel to sing for me. Hey, God. As you know now, me too, I want to turn up.
Father in heaven, about time to take over. You don't tell me I trouble you. Back down to Lucifer. I know the fellow pastor, they be for mom. Father, na father. See me, I don't busy my call. I won't focus on you, on God. I am on the any dumb way. Any dumb way. You go low, my balance. I am on the any dumb way. I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty people don't come but me I get sense. I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty people. Hey God, don't make I follow. This song with things they cost. I still want to ball, I still want to turn on. Hey God, don't make I follow. This song with things they cost. I still want to ball, I still want to turn on. Yeah, Father in heaven. Sometimes I catch your blessing. You dey take to show for face. You be like the HIV. Church for club, teach you for club, land for photo. Make them know mommy Allah. I am on the very dumb way. Any dumb way. You go low, my cannabis. I am on the very dumb way. Any dumb way. You go low, me I get sense. I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty people don't come but me I get sense. I get God, I come first, I don't boss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty people don't come but hey God, don't make I follow. This song with things they cost. I still want to ball, I still want to turn on. Hey God, don't make I follow. This song with things they cost. I still want to ball, I still want to turn on. I only very dumb way. Je bolo ma bana. I only very dumb way.
You are listening to Candid Moments with Fortunate on Heart Song Live Radio.
Welcome back to the show. This is Candid Moment with me, Fortunate Esther Abiola. It's such a lovely afternoon, and I have my next guest with me online, Tukumbo as I call her. But here is the authentic Jesus girl, Miss Authentic Gongo for herself. Another Omobado with pride. Come on board. Ola Leye, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sis. How are you?
I am well, thank you. See, my Ola Leye is a gift of God. She's my Tokumbo. She's Omobado like me. You know, that one is guaranteed. So, Ola, how you day? How is Glasgow? Shey the sun is shining like it is in Hawaii.
So, that's an essential commodity in Glasgow. But we love the weather. We're used to Glasgow weather. So,
yes, so.
Yeah.
So here we
grateful.
are. I am asking you, tell me a little bit about yourself. I want the listeners to know Ola Olaleye and the Esther Company. It's my name. Esther, you know now. It's my name. The Esther Company. It's not my company, so nobody come and start billing me. It's Ola. The company is called Esther's Company. The Esther's Company. Ola Olale, please tell us a little bit more about yourself and the Esther's Company.
All right. My name is Olanrewaju Olale. And like you referred to me as Tokumbo, that's my other name. So some people call me Tokumbo. My kids always laugh. They said, Mom, you have names in every location. So the people from Nigeria would call me Tokumbo. The people in Glasgow will call me Larry or call me Ola. I said to them, it depends. Whichever one suits you, pick it. So I am Ola Olale. I would refer to myself as the bridge. And I enjoy it because I help people connect to their God-given purpose and their God-given vision. It's I'm a mom, a daughter, a wife. What else? I'm very passionate about my faith, passionate about my purpose, and one of the things, like you referred to me as the authentic Jesus girl, authenticity is core to me because I believe that when you know, embrace, when you discover and embrace your uniqueness, it opens you up to a lot of possibilities. And it helps you support other people to become who they are supposed to be. So, that's a brief about me. There are so many chapters to me. My journey, I'm 51 now. My 51-year journey has been a lot. I've learned a lot in my 51 years on this side of heaven.
Wow.
I'm grateful that I'm still here. I'm grateful that I'm still standing.
Thank you, God.
I was listening to Timmy and I was so intrigued because Timmy is one of the people who really gave me a push. That's the lady.
Scott. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Timmy gives everybody. Timmy she is a wonder. She's a force to be reckoned with. You know, the moment she knows that this is you, this is what you can do, Timmy will push you. She will encourage you to say, you can't give up. You need to keep going. You know, this is what you do. You're passionate about this. I remember when I met her in January, and I was telling her that, I'll be starting my radio show on Heart Song Live with Eloho. She was like, once you start, you can't stop. You must continue, because you can do it. And you know, these are people, to me, is just like you. When I got invited to the Esther's Company and you shared a little bit, I want you to tell my listeners, what is the Esther's Company before I even start battering you with a question. The Esther's Company is something I want people to know about, the power, the power behind Esther's Company, the reason behind it. What is the Esther's Company?
All right. The reason behind the Esther's Company is a book on its own, but I will tell you a brief of what the Esther's Company does. The Esther's Company is a faith-based organization with a community development side to it. So through the community development arm of the Esther's Company, we do a lot of employability and empowerment workshops, helping people get back to their feet. I'm very passionate about people doing the job they love or the job they desire rather than the job they can find. And one of the things I've discovered with a lot of us from the Black community is we go for the jobs we can find. And some of the limiting factors are probably we don't have the right skills. So we organize upskilling workshops where people can learn, like Timmy was saying about cyber security. We teach people what people can do, give them the right tools, the right connect, the right resource to be able to do the kind of jobs that they desire to do, not just the jobs that are available for them. So that's the community development side of the Estes Company. Then we have the faith-based side of the Estes Company, where we host women to breakfast meetings, and we do a lot of prayers, worship events, So there are two sides to the Estes Company. Even though now we want to stand them up as individual entities, which we're in the process of doing that, and with time that would unfold. Hello, can you hear me?
It's you. It is me that you didn't hear. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
My boss woman is here, so we're trying to talk on the side, and I mute myself. Anyway, the Estes Company is all about engaging the community. They're not just everyone in the community, but the community of women, to empower them and support them to become themselves. One of the things that I love about the Estes Company is the upskilling, the training. She said it clearly. Every woman needs to do the job that they love, the job that they are passionate about, not just any job. And that is the thing. When most of us, when we get a job, we got this job, we're thinking, oh, this is the job. You don't want to do just any job. I know that for a long time. I did things that, it's just to pass the time. But when I started to find myself in the things that I'm truly passionate about, I'm passionate about this, public speaking, I'm passionate about writing, I'm a creative writer, I'm a published author, and I'm very passionate about, supporting other people who feel lonely or isolated. And I have this wonderful couple of women who are there just to surround me and support me. To me, listened and said, you know what, you can do this thing, go for it. I have all these great women who are always, available to say, this is what you want to do. Okay, these are the tools that are available. We will support you. Estes Company provide you with the tools that you need in order for you to go to the next level. So you don't just, you're not just doing a job that I'm just doing it. You are actually doing a job that you love. It is amazing how each and every time I hear about the things that Estes Company is doing, I am always impressed. Now, I have this question for you. In your career, I know you have. So if I ask you this question, it's just because I want you to tell the whole world, how you have supported another woman. Give us one example, just one woman, how you have supported them to grow in their career. And where is that person now?
Okay, I have so many women.
I know.
When I was talking about Simi giving me a push,
pinch me.
One of the things it's my daughter's birthday today, so we have a bit.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Aria is 8 today, so we have a bit of noise in the house.
It's all right.
when I was talking about Simi giving me a push, I know that one of the hardest things for people, especially people in the place of leadership, one of the things they find difficult to admit is admitting people supporting them or people helping them, because they always want to appear as the hero. But when you discover yourself, when you embrace your uniqueness, that's where vulnerability comes in. You're not ashamed to say, look, I got support. When it comes to social media, I always get support from Elo. When it comes to career, Simi Adegua was one of the people that really gave me the push, and Mo Dairo. I'm not ashamed to mention those names everywhere I go to, because I'm eternally grateful to them. And for me, I also support other people, because I receive, I also give. And because I give, another thing about leadership is we give so much that we do not know how to receive. But I've come to learn how to receive. So I receive as well. And one of the people I would use as an example is not just for career.
Yeah.
I would say all round. And she was even the one that was saying to me yesterday that, oh, Mama, do you know that all of these workshops that I now do, you're the one that really pushed me to start doing them.
Nice.
So I picked a mentee. We connected. I didn't pick her. We were divinely. Sorry for those who are not Christians who are on this broadcast. But we somehow, I will use the word divine, but some people will say the universe. I don't believe that. I believe there's a God that controls the affairs of things. So I was divinely connected to this young lady. I remember that first day I met her on the high streets of Glasgow. Then her husband brought her to my house. We sat down, we were talking, told the vision of the SS company to her. I remember the first time I told her to lead a program. I gave her 15 minutes slot. She was only able to do 5 minutes and handed it over to me. But today, if I give her 30 minutes, she can go 30 hours. And she was saying to me, right now, she can confidently take a workshop on volunteering. She can confidently take a workshop on how to build and start a business in the UK. These are the workshops that she handles now, financial literacy workshops, you know, and this is somebody that we've grown together. So I would say this is a woman that we've grown together. In my working with her, if I mention her name, all of you know. Even when I'm teaching anyway, I mention her name. And she's just one of those people that I can boldly say, over the years, God has helped me to mentor. And I'm so proud of the woman that she has become. Nice. And I'm so proud of the woman I have become by working with her. Because she's helped me with patience. Oh, she can be patient. But sometimes now I see that the table has turned. Sometimes I'm the more patient one now. I'm like, I've really rubbed off on her. She's not as patient as she used to be. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And you know one thing you said earlier, you said one of the issues with leadership. I'm doing a training right now with the Social Enterprise Academy called Aspiring Leaders. And what you said is something that, you know, I can resonate with. It's because when you are leading, you're thinking, I need to give it all. I need to give it my all. And so sometimes you become deaf to hearing people saying, can I help you to do this? Can I support you in doing this? But one thing I am learning is that even though I'm a leader, I should always give myself that space for people to say, can I support you? Can I do something for you? Can I back you up with this idea that you are running with? So it becomes something rather than me being everywhere and, you know, everything. I'm happy, you know, I'm really grateful that you said that. Being a leader doesn't have to be so, you know, frustrating. We can always have, you know, people who want to help us. We should be happy to accept the help. And I'm grateful that you have been a mentor to such a wonderful person who is delivering the best of themselves. My next question for you, but before I ask that question, is to say happy birthday, Ariel. Happy 8th birthday, Ariel. You see, Ariel is 8. That's our last baby girl. It's nice. Somebody was 22 and somebody is 8, and this somebody are friends. Their children are friends. Imagine. They are sharing October month.
They apart.
They share birthday in July, then they share children in October. That kind of friendship is really good.
And they apart. Both of them are just a day apart.
It's so amazing. Well, you know, the best thing about it is I love the idea of women supporting women. And my next question is, why do you think it's important for women to support each other, especially in our community in Scotland, for us to be the best? Why is it important for women to be supporting women?
Where do I even start from? Because it's going to take... Okay, number one, you can go fast if you're running alone, but you can go far if you're running with others. If you're going with others, you guys will go far. There is no point going far and not going so far. We want to really go far in life. And I think one of the reasons, let me start from one of the reasons why people don't support others. The fear of the scarcity mindset is what limits people from supporting other people. There's this thing called, like I'm sure your viewers know that I'm a Nigerian.
Yes.
So there's this thing called, I better pass my neighbor. You want to come out and let people feel you're better than your neighbors. So you would rather, let me not support them so that I can shine. There's something I always say. Your light beside my light does not dim my light. It doesn't make my light go dim. What happens when you put my light beside your light is the room gets brighter. So when I support you to shine, the room gets brighter.
Yes.
There is so much for us to conquer. There is no scarcity. There is enough for everybody. So once you believe there is enough for all of us, then you would support other people. The example I'm going to give is Pastor Elo. Elo is my covenant sister. She has an event called Rise. Yes. Rise is very similar to Aquarium. I have never discouraged Elo from thinking, if Elo starts Rise, it's going to affect Aquarium. In fact, when you see me at Rise, you will think I'm one of the hosts.
That I know.
Honestly, because I just believe it's our seed. Come on, I'm just happy to see another woman thrive. I'm excited to see another woman flourish because it doesn't hinder my flourishing and it doesn't hinder me from shining. Once you have this abundance mindset, then you will be able to support other people. I want to see Ruth shine. I've told Ruth, write that book. Write that book. The people you're called to. See, there are some people, Elo and I know, they cannot stand my God. I'm telling you, some of them don't even have a reason why they don't like me. They just don't like me. I understand that. And Elo put it very well. I am not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm not trying to be.
Yes.
And there are some people that are close to me that are not close to Elo, and they can't stand Elo. So we know that we are sent to different people.
Yes. Like I always say, some people can like chamomile tea and some will like peppermint tea. And for me, I can put the two together like I always do. I put one chamomile and one peppermint tea because I want the taste and I want them to fuse together. So it depends on relationship. But the strategy for relationship is something you mentioned earlier, and that is that you will do what needs to be done to celebrate the next person, elevate them, allow them to thrive without saying stay in your lane. I think it was on Monday on our Rise with Elohod that you were talking about or something like this, that how do we celebrate the other woman, clap for them. But some of us, we want to be able to be the light that we place on the but we want to hide away. For me, for a long time I also was like, stay in your lane, don't let anybody I would just try to hide away. But now I don't want to hide. I want the whole world to know that I'm doing this and I'm thriving and God is helping me and the whole world is listening to me. I'm thankful. Ola, thank you so much for being the woman that you are. Thank you for the Esther's Company. One thing I want people to know is the Esther's Company, you can look for it online on Instagram. It's called The Esther Company, The Esther's Company. You can message her if there's anything you need, especially as a woman who is in Scotland. If you want to upskill, if you want a new pathway to career, send them a message. They're available for you. The same with Black and Scott. Go to Black and Scott, register with them. If you want to go into tech, they will help you. This Scotland has women.
Hello.
Huh? Go
Sorry,
on.
sis.
Yeah.
Send us a message at godly hours.
Okay.
Because some people, they send message at 1 a.m.
When she said a godly hour, it took me a while. She wanted to send a message at godly hour. That's wonderful. The level the level of support that is available, woman to woman, is very much. It's so much in this Scotland. But the one thing that many of us shy away from is, if I let them know I need this, maybe they will look down on me. So what? If they want to look down on you, that's their problem. Are you looking down on yourself? You're not. That's the most empowering thing. Appreciate yourself. So whatever anybody says, whatever they do, it doesn't make any difference to you. Ola Olaleye, thank you for joining me this afternoon. My woman of substance, please say hello to your daughter for me, and we send her a happy birthday. God bless you and thank you. This is your song you picked. Maverick Farm Foundation.
Christ is my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand.
Okay, welcome back to the show. That was Ola Olaleye. She is the Esther's Company, the voice and the powerhouse of the Esther's Company. Now, my guest is here with me. She is the woman behind the Holistic Summit, AI. There's so much that women are doing in this Scotland. She's laughing. If anyone is laughing, hey, this
I'm
woman.
laughing. I'm just so happy to hear from you.
Oh, thank you. This is another woman, another wonderful woman who is doing wonderful thing in Scotland. Another Aberdonian. This Aberdeen self, if not because
I'm actually 5, but I used to be in Aberdeen 18 years ago. It's just a summit. We're moving the summit to different communities. So it's now the time to serve the people of Aberdeen.
Okay. So this is my next guest. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who is Ifeyiwa Dada.
Oh. So I'm going to be very, very authentic.
All my women are simply authentic. We're not pretenders.
Because we're speaking to, the most important thing is to make sure people hear from our heart.
Yes.
And I would love to do just that. So my name is Ifeyiwa Dada. And Ife for short, for those who find it difficult to pronounce Ifeyiwa. And the meaning of that name, if you might know, is there's nothing like a child. Yes, that there's quite a lot of value that a child brings. So that's the meaning of Ifeyiwa. I'm married to a very, very handsome man by the name of Adedayo Dada. So my husband is from Ogun State, from Ota. I'm from Anambra State. By marriage, I'm from Ogun State.
Dual citizenship. Hey.
Oh yes.
My children has dual citizenship.
I've got 3 half-caste children. Anyway, so I've got 3 children, 3 lovely adults. So I've got over 18, 24, 22, and 18 years old. So a nutshell about when I talk about the domestic aspect of me, I'm a mother. Of course, you've heard that. I'm also an entrepreneur. I've actually been an entrepreneur, I think, for as long as I can remember. And mine wasn't as a result of chance or opportunity. It was something that I already resolved. And before I left university, I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, and I told my parents, don't ask me what job I'm going to do. I said to them, because I'm going to create jobs. And ever since, that's been the game with me. Now, that is just, for me, what I've been called to do, and a life of impact. Yes, so that's a nutshell about me.
Well,
anything else, if I just have to ask the question, then
thank you. Now, you run a program about holistic well-being, and I want you to tell us, what does this holistic well-being actually mean?
Mean to me.
What does it mean to you as well?
I think what I would say here for everyone is, you have to understand that holistic well-being means different things to different people. And then we have to approach it from our own angle and with our own lens and from our own exposure and the level and stage we find ourselves. Because if we look at it from everybody's point of view, you'll be saying it from everybody's issues. So for me, if you look at, I don't think everybody knows the wheel of life. I'm going to kind of talk like a storyteller. The wheel of life is what is used for coaching a client. And why is it used? Because we need to see our lives from different perspectives. We need to see our lives from the different, our lives make up different parts. As a Christian, we know that we're spirit, soul, body, okay? And of course, mind. Also, our life are in that dimension. Now, to holistically begin to evaluate your life, you have to look at your life from the aspects that affect you. And there are different stages. So what affects me today might be different from what the wheel of life for me will be in a couple of years, or what it was 10 years from now. So if you sit down and I look at my life, my children, my husband, my career, my business, my ministry, and whatever have I for now, then I look at it and I say to myself, where am I at? At every of these, dividers, all these instruments, all these, issues, factors that I look at, where am I at? Am I moving closer to what I should achieve in my relationship with my children? Or am I dragging back? Because each of these areas will affect us, whether we know it or not, if we are not optimally getting to where we should be. So for me, holistic well-being means to me, how have I been able to drive changes to the point where I am satisfied in every aspect of my life? Am I resting well? Am I eating well? Am I exercising to the point that I know for Ifeyinwa that it satisfies me?
Yes.
Am I able to have a relationship with those stakeholders in my life that affects me? That whatever it is, wherever I am with them will affect me if I did not do the right thing. So that is what holistic well-being means to me. I must be able to make sure that all these factors are being looked at properly, and I've identified them, and I'm nurturing them, and I'm working with them to be able to be a better person.
Thank you.
That is what it means to me.
Thank you. What holistic means is that you're able to relate your life with other people and continue to establish a beneficial purpose and a beneficial interest between the person and yourself. I'm going to go with that. I'm taking that with me. Now, my next question is this. You need to be able to tell me, what role does play? What does rest, the role of rest, I should say, what is the role of rest in holistic well-being? Yes.
I think the role of rest is mandatory. I think for me, rest is not something that, for me, I have to actually begin to think. Because if I go back to when I wasn't resting, I know what I've suffered. And by reason of my experience, I no longer toy with that word rest. And I tell you what I mean by that. Now, because for some people, we think that rest is after we have done everything, then we rest. No, that is not how. I've become creative with my resting. And what do I do? In the middle of my activities, I have been able to apportion times when I do certain things that takes my mind away from the rigid things that I do, or from the things that take my energy from me. It might just be that I just get up. And that is rest. Why? Because I'm no longer doing what drained my energy or what I've concentrated on. It could be that in the middle of my work, I go for a meal, I dine out. Now, it doesn't have to be luxury, but I would leave where I've been for a season to do something different. So I've become very creative with my ways of resting that actually works for me. Because I realize that because we're different, what I'm doing might not be something somebody else can do, and the luxury of what I might apply may not be something they can at the time, because they might have children, that are home. I'm an empty nester now, so I've got more luxury of time to do what I want to do, to cook what I want to cook, and to eat when I want to. So I can decide to take rest as often as I can. But I couldn't do that years ago. But for my experience of what I've gone through, I now know it's mandatory. I cannot play with rest. It is something that is an institution in my life. It's an institution.
I can agree with that. A lot of people know me. When I've been preaching about taking the 10%, and a lot of people are like, when I'm talking about it now, I was able to speak to a group of women, I think last week, and I was telling them, take your 10%. Be selfish about it. 10% of the day is 2 hours, 40 minutes. Please, just let me be. If I don't want to talk, I won't talk. If all I want to do is play Kiss Daniel or the album that I have, I will play it, I will dance, and that's my 2 hours, 40 minutes. Rest is a valid option for
Yes.
for our well-being. For you have approached this in another way for me, and that is that you take a rest just by going out to just go and dine out. I think I would try that. I would try and do that as I do my own rest.
Tell me what you think.
I can when it is time for me to rest. Everybody knows I can get on the bus, go and sit on the top floor, and I will follow that bus all the way to North Berwick. That's just
that is it.
And I'll go to the seafront. The other day, I couldn't go to North Berwick. I just went to Portobello. And I just sat down at the seafront. Because that's just me watching the ocean, just swinging this way and that way. There's so many things that you can do for your own well-being. And I think it's about time we continue to preach it. Now, my next question to you,
before you go to the next question, I just wanted to add there. You just said everything that I actually do.
Oh.
We have a lot of that in common.
Oh.
So I could sit in a bus, I could sit on a train, and people think, where am I going? No, I'm not going anywhere. That's my own rest. And I don't pick up my phone. So I'm not somebody who really allows people into my space.
Yeah.
Because I want to control what I have around me. So that is also for me rest. So if I don't do that, then I'm not able to decide when I go off what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I constantly would be taking calls or people walking into my door. So I think my rest starts with when I begin the day and I book appointments or I do not.
Yes.
So I decide to sit down. That is my rest.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything. I might just eat something I've never eaten before. Be on the bus, be on the train, but do something that ideally works for me. It is mandatory. I don't make excuses for that, and neither do I. I'm not apologetic to anybody.
I'm glad.
But yes, just to say we are very much alike in that. I found that.
I know you have to go very early, but before you go, you're still going to answer a few more questions for me. But the next question is holistic well-being. You're preaching holistic well-being, and you have an event coming up. How do you think, how does it impact, how is it going to contribute to social change? Because we really want more people. For me, this year, women dying from heart attack is like something strange in my own. When I hear it, I go, a woman has a heart attack. Heart attack. How? It's like some things are conventionally in my head not supposed to be experienced by women. Heart attack is one of them. But we are now hearing women having heart attack, and I really think that we need to address it. And this your holistic well-being is something that a lot of people need to embrace.
Absolutely.
So how do you think how do you think it's going to impact social change if it is embraced?
Yes. I think, I'll put it this way, first of all. When you've gone through certain things, okay, that arms you with the ability to be passionate to see a change in that area.
Yes.
And I believe that you don't have to carry a placard. You don't have to go on the streets to shout. And I'm not saying that those that do that are doing the wrong thing, but that is what they've been called to do. So many of us will drive social change in different ways. And I think identifying a problem is a collective responsibility. But doing something about it is then when I think the person is quite humane. And then we all have to identify the areas that we can actually make impact, even when help is not given to us. And we can start little at a time. You chip it slowly. You know what I mean? You chip it slowly. I think there's a story in the Bible that talks about, and I think the audience is wide, but I'll use this analogy. In the Bible, I think it talks about when Nehemiah was sent back to rebuild the gates in Israel, Jerusalem, and he went back to build the walls. So when he went back, that they could have said that for Nehemiah. Remember he was coming from a different country, from Babylon. Now he was coming from a different country. And how would somebody who is a stranger, though that was his fatherland or motherland, be able to effect a change in a country that he has never lived? But when he went there, he got everybody together. And he said to them, start from your home.
Yes.
So every individual stood at their own. They built the wall in their own, the wall that faced the compound. So everybody had a responsibility. So if Nehemiah had waited to have the finances, he will need so much money to do that job. But what he did was to bring the collective. And that is what the holistic well-being is all about. So what I'm doing is fostering a gathering of women where the specialists will be drawn in to play a significant role in not just us identifying the issue, but providing guided solutions. They have to make these solutions chewable, digestible, and actionable. So we don't just gather and make noise, but we actually gather and we want people to go home with having sufficient information to do something about it. Now, this information doesn't have to be so huge that people can understand or so intellectually complex. So this information has to come so grounded that an elementary class, a pupil who is in our midst, can understand it. That is what I say to my speakers and panelists. So they have to make it easy to be understood. Now, another way that we can actually drive social change is not only when we bring specialists into the room. That's what I'm doing about holistic well-being, for them to talk about these issues. But we're also inviting those who are sitting in the affairs of government to be part of this discussion, because perhaps they are disjointed or they're completely not aware of what is going on. So if we bring my own small, group together and we invite them to see, so they can hear what we're saying and they can begin to identify what is different from what they already have in their playbook. And they can go back and begin to do something about it. So that is what we're doing in this Holistic Wellbeing Summit. So we're identifying social issues that impact women. And of course, you know that women actually identify over 51% of the Scottish and UK government. We are the ones that make the whole population. So whatever impacts on women impacts on the productivity of the country. So the earlier we begin to do something about the well-being of women, about the holistic care. And when I'm talking about holistic, we're not talking about just women going through health issues. We're talking about women in the workplace. We're talking about representatives in the advocacy. Because unless the advocacy is ripe and the people are actually pushing the barriers down for women to become equitable in different places, then we're just wasting our time. So we're looking at every front, every issue that impacts on women. That is what the holistic well-being has come to play. That's the role we're playing. We're just doing our part, standing on our own wall and rebuilding.
You hear the passion behind our voice telling you all about what holistic well-being is. And this time around, they're even going to hire AI summit to it. So we're going to learn a little bit about artificial intelligence. All these women, we're getting ourselves to the place where nothing is going to just leave us behind. We're not being left behind anymore. And I just believe, I know there's a quote attributed to Mother Teresa who said, if you want to change the world, start by changing your bed. Lay your bed first. If you can do that, you can change the whole world. And the most important thing about what you said is the fact that everything must be broken down into chewable, digestible, and actionable. That is something. If it is easy to digest, if it is easy to be acted on, it will become a part and parcel of our lives. I believe that. And it's something that I've started to embrace as well. It used to be, everything used to be so, like big and big. But once, the more I grow, the more I try to break everything down into little chunks. And then I put it into... I started using the project management quadrants. Is it necessary? Is it important? Is it unnecessary? Is it unimportant? Is it relevant? Is it irrelevant? Will it give me happiness? Will it just drain me? You create such an environment for your own well-being as well. Now, before you go, I know I have 1 minute. Before you go, please tell us about your upcoming event that is coming up in Aberdeen in November.
I think for me, it's a bigger picture, which I've been able to mention a little bit. But the theme for this particular summit is the Mindful Future Summit.
Mindful Future.
And it's about AI and the new era of holistic well-being. Now, why am I saying that? Women are practically the ones who play catch-up when it comes to embracing anything new. And women and I'm saying that because I'm a woman. Now, women also demonize whatever it is they don't understand. And for that reason, they control the children from even engaging because they have control at home. And what they've done is they not only put themselves back, but they also hold back the children under their care. So it's good and bad. So women play that role. Of course, when there's something that is harmful to the family, they will protect. But also women are not sensitive enough to know that because they don't understand something does not mean it's bad. Hence the mindful future. So making women aware of the relevance that AI is actually playing
in our lives,
in the future. And the future is here.
Thank you.
And that women should no longer sit at the back.
No more.
We should actually be at the
forefront.
Seat.
Yes, should be at the forefront. I think the time of complacency is over. Women don't need to be complacent anymore. That time is over.
No, not at all.
We should be at the forefront. We are the mothers. I always say we battered the generation. We battered the nation. So we should be at the forefront. You know, liaising with the government, advocating and making all these changes. Because you know what? The era of it has to be like this is over. This is a new season where we should be able to say, yes, we're no longer going to be complacent. We don't want to be statistics anymore. Now that there's so many changes going on, like the BMI was based on the man's body weight, this and that. We're making all the changes, and I'm thankful that the voices of women of substance that I am, privileged to know are making this beautiful change. Thank you so much, Mrs. Iyawo Ogun State. Iyawo Egba from is it Ota?
Absolutely, Ota.
Oh, she's not Egba. She's Iyawo of the Ota people.
Yes. Hey, the royal family in Ota.
She's Omo Igbo to Yoruba, clap for her. She don't do well. She dey do amala for my brother. Some amala.
Yes, I'm the one that eats amala, not your brother. It's funny. You know I'm the Lagos babe. So
don't worry. I will visit and come and eat amala and gbegiri.
Yeah, that's lovely. And I was just going to add actually that that's why we've used the slogan, be in the room, shape the tools. That's just again another way of looking at it, that when you're not part of the if you're not part of the conversation, it's difficult for you to be able to shape the tools. And not just that, then the impact, you will still bear the brunt of the impact, whether you were part of the conversation or not. So why don't you give yourself the chance to be in the room to shape the tools? Yeah, and so you're not a statistics.
Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. You said be in the room where it happened. I learned that song from Hamilton. You know Hamilton the musical. My daughter plays that song so much. One day I actually listened to the lyrics, and I'm like, I want to be in the room where it happened. You know, you should strive to be in the room where the decisions are being made. I'm not saying I want to come to politics, because I know a lot of people are saying you should be a politician. But you see, I am not a politician. But if I find myself in politics, I will grab it. But the reality is, I want to be in the room where it happens. And I'm inviting you to come and join us for the AI, the Holistic Wellbeing Summit on the 8th of November at the St. Aberdeen Altons on the 8th of November 2025. You can go register. I'm going to put the page on, I'm going to share the page on my Facebook. So if you want to register and join us, it's in Aberdeen on the 8th of November. Please come. Come and learn a little bit about how to live an holistic life, how to maintain your well-being, and how you can prepare to understand the impact and the importance of AI in the future, especially the benefit of the things that AI is doing. As a woman, it's time your voice is heard. Ifeanyiwadada, thank you for joining me this afternoon.
So much.
God bless you. I'm so grateful. So your song
I give you your flowers.
Thank you. Your song is Gratitude by An Endless Ocean. So here comes Gratitude from An Endless Ocean.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Look, will I fathom or comprehend this love you give? Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel alone. Lord, Timo, why you want him fish shobora. Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything give me a say, show, yes. With everything give me a say, show, yes. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, below, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim. Tabi said I feel money low. Lord, Timo, why you want him official shopper. Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude this is. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, yes. With everything in me, I say, show, yes.
Eshe Jesu, that's an endless ocean is singing gratitude. Today, 3 of my women of substance have spoken to you about their work, what they're doing in the community, how they're making changes in the world of culture, tech, supporting other women to rise, to upskill, and also to prepare for the world of AI. If you are told you how to maintain an holistic life, a life of well-being, a life that is all round and balanced. Do you know what? I am very grateful for each and every single one of my guests this afternoon. It's such an amazing time indeed. I have heard a good afternoon. I'm going away knowing that the holistic plan that I use is actually good. Me, when it is my 2 hours 40 minutes, I won't do anything. Even if the only thing is, don't let it be the time when you will cook food that you know you want me to come and eat. So I will rise up from where I am sitting. But if it is not for food is ready in that 2 hours 40 minutes, I won't do anything. No, I will just rest and relax and enjoy my 2 hours 40 minutes every day is mine. You know, there are so many things you can do in that 2 hours 40 minutes, and I'm grateful that holistically I'm doing the right thing to maintain a well-being that is balanced. My next guest is online, Kenny Lambo. Hey, this babe, I beg, she too is over all the people in my life. I'm 27 years old. Nobody argue with your screen. I'm 27, but all of them, I've known them for decades. And Kenny and I, we also share another mutual friend, Nike Ajayi. Nike Lajite. Oh, you know, it's such a wonder. This life, when we connected, you know, she said, How do you know Nike? I'm thinking, how do you know Nike? So, my dear Tessie, Kenny is online with me. I'm grateful for all the wonderful women who are happy to join me to come on my show. See, I started this 8 months ago. I didn't know that down the line I'm going to get to a place where I'm going to get people who want to come on the show, people who want to come and sit with me, talk with me. So we are growing. Very soon, when we get our studio, we'll be doing face-to-face interview, and they will be sitting and we'll be hosting them, and that is our dream. I've got Kenny Lambo on the line. Hello, my darling Ejire Yila. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Hello, sis.
How are you?
Good evening.
Good evening. The twins, the Ejire of the Lambo. Isn't it nice to have a twin on board? To my twins, my brother Kendi and my sisters Kendi and my other brother Kendi and the Kendi that is my friend and the Kendi. Oh my God, all the Kendis.
Salute them.
I salute all the Kendis and I salute all the Taiwos. My friend Taiwo, my sister Taiwo, my cousin Taiwo. I get plenty Taiwo. My friend Taiwo.
Oh yes.
God Almighty.
So special. Yeah.
Tai and Kendi. You can come in the direction of my grandchildren. I say welcome.
Okay, it's your portrait then.
This is Kenny Lambo. She's here this afternoon. I want her to introduce herself and tell you who she is. I know her as an advocate, a woman who fights for the right of children. She fights and she wins. So, Kenny Lambo, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Share your journey and tell us how you stepped into the role that you found yourself.
Okay, thank you, my lovely sis. As you said, my name is Kenny Lambo. I will start by saying I'm a woman that wears many hats.
Ooh.
However, the most important thing is I'm a proud special needs parent.
Nice.
Juggling that, because I currently work as a CEO for a non-profit organization in the UK.
Wow.
So you can imagine juggling both roles. But as I said, what makes me prouder is being a special needs parent.
Okay.
Now, I'm so conscious of time, sis. You know how I am with time, so I will try and summarize things. So this, I call it a special journey. It started when my son was diagnosed at 4. And he will be turning 16 tomorrow. So this is good timing.
Another October baby. This one
Another October baby, yes.
So now I'm like 13, 14, 15. Okay, well done.
So that's 12 years
And
of
16.
this special journey. Now, I'll start. Before the diagnosis, it was assessed by different professionals, and that included the pediatrician, educational psychologist, speech therapist, occupational therapist, and then they produce something called an EHCP. EHCP is Education, Health and Care Plan. So this plan is like a legal document in the UK for children and young people who require more support than the school standard provision can offer. And it outlines, obviously, the education needs, health and social care. So once that was produced, obviously they set targets and everything, and then the journey started. I'm going to be realistic here. It's been a journey of emotional lows and highs.
Yes.
It involves the fear of the unknown. What's going to happen in terms of your child's future? There's the guilt. The guilt, you start reflecting that, during pregnancy, was it what I ate or something? You start reflecting, There's the sadness when you see other children. I call them neurotypical children that haven't got needs. When you see them and you see your child, obviously that brings sadness. Even though you're hopeful you got the faith, but let's be realistic, there will be that period of sadness. And the most important thing is celebration. Always finding joy in small victories. Before I start properly, I remember because my son, he used to use the pacifier, we call it the dummy, and he used that up to the age of 12. The day he stopped using it, some of my friends were like, why are you so excited? I said, you won't understand. You might feel it's something minor, but as a special needs parent, I mean, this is a small victory to you, but it's a big one. You know, things like that people take for granted. So what's really helped me in my journey is I think accepting. Accepting doesn't mean I don't have the faith that he'll be healed, because it's not more of a health thing. It's more like a developmental thing. That's him. It's just like you saying a child is right-handed, you want to change the child to being left-handed. You understand? So this is a developmental thing that obviously accept it. The reason why I said accept it is because, especially, I can only speak for the UK. If you accept it, then obviously you can reach out for the right support. But if you do not accept it, there's no way you can get the support you need. So accept it, you pray, which is very important. You do whatever you have to do, which is, I'm speaking from experience here. This is what has helped me. So it's a different kind of parenting, and it's ongoing. It never stops.
Yes.
You move from one phase to another, from primary to secondary, and then obviously when they go beyond age 19, that's a different journey on its own.
Entirely.
So I think the most important thing that really worked for me in terms of my journey was early intervention is key. If you seek for help early, then you can receive the right support at the right time. It might be in terms of speech, behavior, or even occupational therapy, like fine motor skills, the child is not working at the right time, things like that. Most important thing, understand your child's needs during the journey. If you do not understand your child's needs, it's going to be difficult to communicate with the professionals involved. So that's just a summary, and it never ends, as I said. It's from phase to phase.
Wow.
But as you're going along, celebrate each phase.
Thank you. Thank you. You celebrate each strength each day. As those children, the children with the special need, they're just neurodivergent. They're just not neurotypical. They are unique in their own way. They have skills and abilities that even, some other people do not have. And I'm grateful for each and every one of them. You became an advocate. And what does that advocacy mean to you? And how did you begin the journey of advocacy for children with special needs?
Okay. As I said, for my own personal journey, advocacy to me is being the voice for your child.
Yes.
You need to working to secure their rights and needs at all times. That's why I said it's very important you understand your child's needs. You have to be the expert on your child. You have to make a significant difference on your child. You know what you want your child to achieve. You know how they're going to get there, and you know what steps to take. With my child, he's got limited speech. So obviously, even if he had the full speech, I know he's got obviously the needs. So I've always got to voice out on his behalf, protect his rights. And also I made myself familiar with any legal rights and entitlements.
Yes.
So apart from obviously the financial entitlements as a special needs child, there'll be other entitlements. Even as a carer, an unpaid carer, you're entitled to respite, which my sister, you know about that.
Yes.
But if you do not accept certain things, as I said, you cannot advocate.
Yes.
There's no way you can advocate for that. And also you have to be proactive. Think of yourself as part of a team.
Yes.
A team of other professionals, the school, and they're working towards the same goal.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes the strategies at home might work at school, not work at home. You got to share those strategies as well. And if you feel it's working at home, then yes, emphasize that to the professionals.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a different environment, but I know my child, this has worked. Can we try this? Without them trying it, then they won't know if it's going to work or not. We know what it's like in the UK with the budget.
Yeah.
And the thing is, because I worked for the local authority in terms of the budget setting as well for special needs. So I understand how the budget works. So sometimes when I call the local authority and I challenge some things, they're like, okay, we know. Okay, that's it. Fine. So what do you need? So, but even if I didn't have that experience, doing your research as well, know what's out there. There are actually charity organizations that can also advocate for your special needs children.
Yes.
Approach them, do your research, get as much information as possible, and then always prepare for meetings. it can be really daunting having all the professionals sitting in a room and you're like, where do I start from?
Yeah.
But once you have your research, you got your backup, then you lay out your point and try and stay calm as well. It's difficult, but once you get into that routine, then you know how to present yourself at meetings.
Yes.
And most importantly, you can actually you can practice self-advocacy for your special needs child.
That's it.
You can use visuals for a child with limited speech to show them how to ask for help. It might be taking a break from something or asking for help. So even though I'm advocating on his behalf, I also teach him to self-advocate.
Nice.
Because I won't be there for the rest of his life. So I pray to live long, but I'm going to be realistic that he will go out there.
And
He needs to be accepted. He needs to feel accepted as well. How do I make this happen? With prayers, and I have to do what I have to do as an advocate as well.
thank you. Now, I'm going to skip some question and I'm going to ask his very, very, very important question.
Okay.
Being an unpaid carer, we tend to forget ourselves and we are so focused on everything else that we are doing. So just like if anyone shared earlier about holistic well-being, my question is, how do you care for yourself while caring for your child? How do you allocate that caring time for yourself as well?
What I do personally is I try and prioritize my own needs. As I said, it's difficult, it's demanding as a caregiver, can be really draining. However, prioritizing your needs or taking the time to rest is not luxury, it's a necessity. You've got to do that. I mean, you're more than just a parent, you're a person with your own needs and values. So you've got to look after yourself. So what I do personally, I engage in hobbies. I try and socialize when I have the time, and also the gym when I have the time. In terms of hobbies, I like dancing. And dancing to me is like, I listen to music a lot. I have my headphones on at home and I listen to gospel music, and children know me. I dance at home and just listen and meditate to music. Another thing I do in my local area, which is you're aware of that, there's like an Afroflex dance class.
Yes, we want big Afroflex to start.
Oh, yes, I'm going there after this session. So it's every Wednesday. And I go there to unwind, network with people. And also I've invited a few special needs parents. They're coming tonight there. So we kind of brainstorm. I mean, just interact with people of like minds, because not everybody will understand your journey. But try and find people that you have, I would say people that have experienced or experiencing what you're going through. They understand better because they've been through it.
Yes.
And most importantly, be intentional about yourself. You need to seek moments of joy and gratitude in your daily life.
To
sustain your challenges. Regardless of whatever is happening, always offer gratitude. Thank God that you're even a special needs parent. Not everyone has the skills and the capacity to do it. So if God gives you that grace to do it, it takes, you need to be grateful to God.
I always say to people, we are the chosen ones. Because if we go by exactly what is written, the Bible calls the children God's heritage. So for him to trust you with this one that actually needs more of your attention is because he's trusting you enough to know that this heritage is safe in your hand. You know, we are peculiar people, and finding the niche and the balance sometimes is very difficult, especially when you feel as if, okay, I don't know what to do next. But even when you don't know what to do next, speaking to another parent might just be the answer that you need. Kenny Lambo, thank you for being an advocate, a voice, a woman who is changing the landscape and helping other women to connect with the reality of raising children with special need. This is an ability that is above any human comprehension, and I am thankful for you. I know you want me to play a song for you. You chose Cece Winans' Goodness of God. I've got that for you. I just want to appreciate you and appreciate all the women of substance that have joined me this afternoon. From Kenny Lambo to Ifeanyi Wadada to Olaleye and Timi Adegunwa, my Ijebu Scott, to which I am the Ibadan Scot. She is the full-blooded Ijebu. I am the full-blooded Ibadan. So we are both FBI. Thank you for all these wonderful women who have joined me today. And I want to appreciate the woman behind the scene, the woman that is behind Heart Song Live Radio, Hello FMY. This woman started this radio station 8 years ago, listening to the voice that said, it will become a place where other people will hear more and live better. I thank you, Elo, for listening to that. Thank you for Heart Song Live Radio. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given me to also be a voice on this station. I'm grateful. Heart Song Live Radio is the voice of inspiration, and I hope we have inspired you today. I've inspired you to think about changing your career into cybersecurity. If you need help, please speak to Black and Scott. Go to their website, blackandscott.com. And if you want to be upskilled, please send a message to the Esther's Company on their Instagram page, or look up their page on Facebook, the Esther Company. And when it comes to you understanding AI and living an holistic, well-balanced life, why don't you join us on the 8th of November at Aberdeen Alton's Hotel and come and learn a little bit about AI as well as living a well-balanced, holistic life. And as you have heard, Kenny Lambo has said, the advocacy of your child first begins with acceptance. Accept that this child needs to be heard. This child needs my support. When advocacy becomes a part and parcel of your life, I can assure you there's so much joy from doing that. The joy of seeing your child growing and becoming better for themselves is brilliant. Thank you to all the women. Thank you to everyone who has joined me this evening. I am yours truly, Fortunate Esther Abiola. It's been a long day for me. I've been in class since morning, and now I am going home. I'll go and take my 2 hours, 40 minutes to watch 2 episodes of K-drama, and then I will just lie down. And that's it. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. May God bless you. I hope to see you soon. I'll be off for the next 3 weeks. I think, is it 3 weeks or 2 weeks? I'll be offline. I'm going away to a wedding as well as to do some other activities. I thank you, and I know the repeat program will be online for you to listen. Thank you to each and every one of you who have joined us this evening. To my dear guest, Kenny Lambo, God bless you. Have a very pleasant evening, and may your life continue to shine and be the light for others to walk the path. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.